guys, it's Sharon, your life fulfillment coach, and I'm still here in New York City, and my time here is slowly coming to an end. And there's been some really interesting stories that have happened to me since I've been here that I really would love to share with you guys. Whether you believe in coincidences or not, or maybe you believe that there's something more powerful out there in the universe that really tries to tell us things and give us messages along the way, I'm really curious what your thoughts are in regards to the different stories and the different things that have happened to me since I've been here. So the first thing that happened to me when I first got here, I attended a mastermind group with a bunch of other entrepreneurs. I ended up sitting beside this one girl. As we started chatting, she told me about a few people that I had to meet while I was here in the city. It's just by chance that one of the girls I actually had plans to have dinner with that night, so it was just really funny how she brought up her name when I was already going to meet with her later that day. Then she gave me a list of a few more people that I had to meet while I was in the city. And without even trying, over the next few weeks, I actually ended up meeting those women. I just found it to be a really interesting coincidence that I ended up sitting beside this particular girl who told me about these specific people that I had to meet, and without me even trying to meet them, I organically got introduced with them during my time here. So that's one of the first stories that ended up happening that was just kind of an interesting coincidence, shall we say. So another interesting thing that happened to me was over a year ago, I applied to be a hair model for this curly hair company called Diva Curl. I didn't think much of it. I'm like, why not? It can't hurt anything to just apply. But I was like, as if I'm gonna go to New York, because that's where they're based, just to get my hair done. I had completely forgot that I had even applied until I got an email from them just a few weeks ago asking me if I could come in and be a hair model for them. I got the email on like a Thursday. They wanted me to come in on a Monday, but I just found it really interesting that they just happened to email me over a year later while I happened to be in New York City. I mean, what are the chances of that happening? And if they had reached out to me any other time, I probably wouldn't have been able to do it. So again, I know it just has to do with my hair, but it was just another really interesting, strange coincidence or message from the universe that was being given to me. I have no idea what it means, and I may never find out, or it may not ever be completely clear, or maybe it's just a clue along the journey of my own life map that the universe is trying to give me. So the third story that has happened to me since I've been here is someone from back home in Toronto actually reached out to me while I've been here, and he wanted to collaborate with me on something, and so we had planned to set up a Skype date. As we were going back and forth trying to pick a date that would work for the both of us, he happened to mention that he was actually in New York that weekend. We tried to link up while he was here, but just with both of our schedules, and he was only here for a short period of time, we couldn't make it work. But the really interesting thing is I discovered that he was staying in the same area that I'm staying in while I'm here in New York. What was really interesting is that I found out that he was actually emailing me from the Starbucks that is literally right below the building I'm staying in. I mean, out of all of New York, out of all of the different areas that he could have been in, all the hundreds of different coffee shops he could have been in, he was emailing me from the one that was attached to my building. Like, is that not just weird and crazy and like amazing? So the last really interesting story that has happened to me since I've been here is I went out one night to the Upper East Side with some friends of mine. We had dinner, and then we ended up going to a piano bar not too far away. Now the interesting thing is that when I came to New York just over a year ago, I did Airbnb, and I ended up staying with this girl who I didn't know, and we kind of hit it off, and I ended up hanging out with her one night, meeting some friends of hers, but then I had lost touch with her. When I knew I was coming to New York for this extended period of time, I thought to myself, I really want to reach out to this girl. I'd love to reconnect with her and see her again. But at the time, she had deactivated Facebook, she had lost her phone, like I really didn't have a way to get in touch with her. And then while I'm at the piano bar, waiting in line to go to the restroom, who happens to be in front of me is the girl that I stayed with at the Airbnb over a year ago. I just thought it was really crazy that I had been thinking about her, I wanted to reach out to her, and then there she was, just right in front of me. Again, I have no idea what any of this means, but I just find it really interesting because I've never had so many strange coincidence, synchronicities happen to me in such a short period of time. Deep down, I'm hoping that the universe is giving me a sign and telling me, this is where you belong, stay in New York. But I really have no idea. I just find it really interesting, and I'm just opening myself up to the possibilities of what could possibly be. At the end of the day, I really do believe that this is all part of my life map. But the thing is that you don't really know how this is playing a part in your life until you've gone through it and until you can look back and understand what that time in your life represented and what it was that you learned from it and how it helped to lead you to where you are now. I really just can't wait to find out after some time has passed who were the navigators or who are the navigators in my life that are playing a role that I don't even realize they're playing right now, or who are the passengers, or at what point is my GPS really leading me to where I'm meant to be. And I can't wait for all of that to become crystal clear. Whether you just believe in coincidences or you believe in the power of the universe, I would love to hear from you what your thoughts are. I would also love to hear any stories in your life that have literally made you take a step back and be like, whoa, what is going on here? Because this is just too coincidental. I'd love for you to share your story in the comments below. And also, please feel free to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And I can always be reached through email at sharon@sharonstokes.ca. I'll see you guys next week.